basketball party like no other.
There's nothing like it for me. Rivals only Christmas.
Never gets old. This place is rocking.
This is why we do this every March.
All right. All right. So today we are going to make a college basketball bracket. The tournament starts tomorrow, 10 a.m. So 12 hours from now. It's 10 o'clock right now. So we're going to go ahead and make a bracket. Pretty much, see, check in periodically, probably maybe do a little quick update videos to see how we're doing. If we're doing good, if we're doing bad, probably won't see another video until we're done. So I mean, like, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. First game, we got Siena and Duke. If Duke loses this, man, I don't know. You just kind of gotta pack it up. I mean, like, Siena doesn't really have any big wins, really. Like, they've never, like, I mean, they have like a 0% chance to win. Like, I mean, they got a big man, so I mean, anything's possible. But we'll go ahead and pick Duke for this one. TCU Ohio State. Now this one's interesting. Pretty, I'd say, like, they're pretty evenly matched, but Ohio State has some good wins this year. They beat Wisconsin, Purdue. They've had close games with Michigan. TCU, it's like they beat Florida and then they kind of got smoked by like everybody else. They did have a good game against Kansas, 2 good games against Kansas, but I think these teams are so evenly matched. It's kind of a toss-up, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna go with TCU. We're gonna go with the underdog for this one. Next one, we got St. John's in North Iowa. Yeah, this is in San Diego. I might see if I can get some tickets to the games. One of the games in San Diego. That'd be cool. But I would go St. John's. I don't think. I don't see upset happening with this one. Kansas and Cal Bishop. This is also in San Diego. This weekend. I don't know. Listen, Kansas is really good, right? A lot of their losses comes from, like, when you look at it, like, good schools. It's not like they haven't lost to like bad schools. They've only lost to good schools, right? Like the big games, like, and then kind of like Calvin, like, they haven't played too many guys, so it's pretty much Kansas for that one. I think pretty easy. And then we have Louisville versus South Florida. I don't want to dive into this one too much. I'm just gonna put Louisville. I don't think South Florida really has it in them. Michigan State, North Dakota State. It's I think this one could be a good game. It could be, but I just like Jeremiah Fears is really good, so I think Michigan kind of has that. Michigan State is a sleeper. UFC and then UCLA. UCLA, they haven't had they've had good wins, right? And so is UCF too. They've also had a lot of good wins. But I think I'm gonna go UCLA for this one. UConn, I got UConn winning. I don't think UConn's gonna lose. And then moving on to the South Division bracket, I'm going Florida. I don't think that's really too much of a crazy thing. A lot of you have Iowa winning, right? A lot of people have Iowa winning. Obviously, they have Benson. Bennett. He's probably going to be a first round pick, most likely. Iowa is a good basketball school and stuff like that. They've had some good wins. They've had close games. Clemson, but also Iowa. When you really look at them, they're like, they haven't beat anybody. So I'm still going Clemson. I know a lot of people pick Iowa. I'm picking Clemson. Vanderbilt, Vanderbilt's like the easy runaway. I see people are picking. I've seen that. Like, they've had a lot of good wins. Like, they beat Tennessee twice. They beat Alabama, which, whatever. But yeah, I'm probably gonna pick Vanderbilt for this. I think this might be one of those ones you look back on and you're like, Jesus. Nebraska. I'm picking Nebraska. This one's interesting. North Carolina and VCU, obviously, because Caleb Wilson's not playing. He's out for the rest of the year. But VCU, like, they have had a good win. You know what I'm saying? So I think Carolina first round is easy. And then Illinois, I think, is easy. Houston's easy, and then kind of like St. Mary's. St. Mary's, and then St. Mary's, I think, wins this. I don't know. I have a good feeling about St. Mary's. I will say the schedule is a little bit easier than Texas A&M. Texas A&M has had like a harder schedule, right? I will say that. I will give them credit for that, but I just think St. Mary's wins this one. And moving on, we'll go to the West. Go back up top to the Western Conference. I got Arizona. I think Arizona's. We'll dive into Arizona a little later. You have Villanova, right? No Jay Wright. Versus Utah State. Villanova. It's Villanova, so you never want to doubt them. But yeah, I might need to doubt them a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really like Utah State for this one, so I'm gonna pick Utah State. Wisconsin versus High Point. I'm not the biggest Wisconsin fan since, wow, I'm really more of a North Carolina fan because of basketball, but I want to pick Wisconsin. I really do, but I don't know. I think Wisconsin's a good team. I'm going to pick Wisconsin, but if they lost, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be like, how could this happen? And then you have Hawaii and Arkansas. I think Arkansas is just a horse, man. Darius, he's showing shades of Kyrie right now. Shades of Kyrie. BYU, Texas. I'm doing BYU. I don't really see. I don't lie to you. I don't really, I don't think Texas is that good. Just can't lie to you. And then Gonzaga, and then Miami. And then Purdue, I just think those are easy picks. Michigan versus Howard, I don't think Howard stands a chance. St. Louis versus Georgia, this one's interesting, right? Obviously, because St. Louis has Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Robbie. I like St. Louis. I think St. Louis could do it. I'm picking St. Louis for this one. Texas Tech versus Akron. Yeah, I'm probably gonna pick Texas Tech. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Akron won, but JT Toppin's pretty good, so I'm gonna trust him for this first round. I'm picking Alabama, Tennessee, Miami, Ohio. This isn't a hot take. I'm picking Miami, Ohio. I don't know. I like Tennessee, but I don't think Nate's really good. I'm gonna do a mock draft. I want him to go to the Bucks, but I think Miami, Ohio just got it, man. I think they just got it. Virginia, here we go. Virginia, Kentucky versus Santa Clara. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't see Kentucky going really far in this tournament. I don't see them getting past the first round. I'm not gonna. I don't know. Whatever. You can say what you want about it, but I just don't. Then you have Iowa State. Iowa State's had a lot of good wins this year. They had a lot of good wins and not a lot of bad losses. They've had losses, but and they don't really have a top 10 player in this tournament, really, not gonna lie to you. So they're really good. So we're gonna pick Iowa State. And going back, all right, now we are in round of 32, right? We're gonna go with for Miami, Clemson, Florida, Miami, Clemson. Sorry, oh, Florida. I think that's pretty easy. Nebraska, Vanderbilt. Man, I haven't watched these teams enough to really know what separates them. But I'm leaning towards Nebraska for this one. I don't know why. Then we have Illinois, North Carolina. I know Illinois. I really like Keaton Wangler. I want him to go to the Bucks. I really do. I don't think he's gonna fall that far. But I watched Illinois play. They did lose to Wisconsin, but they're a pretty big team. A really big team. And then we have St. Mary's versus versus Houston. Houston's really good. Houston's really good. They have a lot of good bosses, so we're gonna go with Houston. We skipped this whole conference. Sorry. Duke TCU. I'm gonna go Duke. I think Cameron Boozer is really good. Kansas St. John's. I'm going Kansas. I think Kansas is one of the better teams in this tournament. I think they could really go, especially if Darren Peters is playing good. Like he's obviously top 3 pick, easy. Top 2. Michigan State, Louisville. I'm going Louisville. Michigan State. I just like them. They're really athletic, kind of fun to watch. UCLA, UConn. I don't hate UConn, but I just like UCLA for this one. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what it is. I just like UCLA for it. Let's just start down this time. So Iowa State versus Santa Clara. I'm gonna go Iowa State. Miami, Ohio versus Virginia. I like Virginia, but I don't know. I think Miami, Ohio has a point to prove. I just think they have a point to prove. Like, why did we have to play in? We only lost 1 game. Alabama, Texas Tech. I'm gonna go Alabama. I'm gonna go Texas Tech. I keep saying the opposite team. Michigan, St. Louis. I'm gonna go Michigan. I don't see an upset happening this early for Michigan. Would be shocking, but I don't see upset happening. And then Purdue, Miami. I don't think this is I don't think it's one of those runs for Miami. I don't have a lot of too many teams like lower level coming out really. I think the top teams are so good. I just think when they lose, it's kind of really shocking because I feel like the number 1s this year are like really good. So I'm gonna go Purdue, BYU, Gonzaga. I can see AJ winning that. Arkansas, Wisconsin. I can see this one's really a toss-up too. I obviously see Arkansas's talent playing a big role, but Wisconsin is a good team, all-around team. Arkansas. This one, Arizona, Utah State. I think they played against each other. I don't know what the matchup went like, but I'm gonna go Arizona. And then we'll stay with this conference. I really think Arkansas can beat Arizona. They just have a lot of high-end talent. And then for Purdue, BYU, I think Purdue's a really good coach team, and they play really good defense. But I think when this tournament goes, I really think maybe the best players will come out. So I'm going to put my money in AJ for this one. And then for Duke, Kansas, like I said, my best players, this game's coming down to your best players. I'm going to have to go with Darren Peterson for this. I like Duke. I do like the way they play, but I've seen them blow some leads that they probably shouldn't have. So I'm going to go with them. Michigan State, UCLA. I'm gonna go Michigan State. I really like. Obviously, Tom Izzo's your coach. You got to be happy with it. if you're like, you had Tom Izzo and Coach Cal and both of these, you can't be mad about it. And then Nebraska, Florida. I'm gonna go Florida. Yeah, Illinois, Houston. Man, Houston's usually a really good team. I don't know what it is about this year, but I'm gonna go Illinois. I don't know why I like Illinois so much this year, but I just really do. And then I guess Cinderella run is over for Miami, Ohio. I don't know how they. You know what? Actually, you know what? Change my mind. We're going to Miami, Ohio. I don't know why. Just a gut feeling. That's a gut feeling. Then we're going Michigan. We're going Michigan for versus Texas Tech. I like Texas Tech. I just think Michigan just have to play a little bit better. And then we'll stay over here. Like I said, I like Illinois, man. I don't know what it is. It's probably because I've watched them play a lot because they're in the Big Ten too. I like Illinois. Then I do think that's where the run would end. I think Michigan's the better team for them. I think going back to the Elite Eight on the other side. I think this would be a really good matchup if it happens. I think these are two really good teams right here. Like these are two good teams right here. I'm gonna go Kansas. I'm gonna go Kansas. I think they have a better supporting cast around their best player. I think even without Darren Peterson, this would still be a really good team, college team. So I'm gonna pick Kansas. So if he can stay healthy during the tournament, he's got injury concerns, but if he could just really push through this tournament, he can solidify himself as #1 pick, easy. And then Arkansas and BYU, I think Arkansas has the talent and the discipline to do it, so I'm gonna pick them. So our final four, we got Illinois versus Kansas and Michigan versus Arkansas, right? Start with this one. I like Arkansas, man. I like Arkansas. I like Arkansas from Michigan. I just think, Coach Cal, I can't ever go wrong with him. The Illinois and Kansas, like I said, I like Kansas, man. I don't know what it is. I've watched them play a lot. Intentionally, unintentionally, they're on my screen a lot. So I watch the games and I like them playing. I watched a lot of college basketball this year. That's the only reason why I'm making a video on this, because I've watched a lot of college basketball, more than I ever have. I've seen a lot of teams play. Then your championship, you got Kansas and Arkansas, man. This would be an amazing game. Hypothetical game in my head. This is the way I'm thinking about it. This would probably be a really good game. This would, because obviously Darius would, kind of try to work his way up to hey, yo, I'm a part of those top four. When you talk about AJ, De'Aaron, Cam Boozer, and Caleb Wilson, those are kind of your top four. But then the next I think freaking 4 picks, or you can 4 to 5 picks, you can kind of rearrange them the way you want. A lot of good guards this draft. A lot of good guards, and I think a lot of point guards in our league will be out of jobs because of how good this draft is with point guards. A lot of point guards are going to be moved to the bench or stuff like that because there's a lot of good point guards. For this, man, I'm gonna go Kansas. I'm gonna go Kansas winning the whole thing. How many points? I think this will be a high scoring game. I don't think this will be a low scoring game. What? 60. I think a really high scoring game. It's 70. Yeah, 70 something. So I'd say 146. Yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah, that's it, man. I had a couple other brackets. You know, I was trying to get some, but really thinking about it, I think it's shaked out. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Kansas, man. Kansas winning this whole thing. I think Kansas is really good. Yeah, that's my pick for it. I got Kansas winning. I got Kansas beating Arkansas in the final. I got Michigan, Arkansas, Kansas, and Illinois making the Final Four. You know, you go ahead, drop in the comments who you think is gonna win it all. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm definitely excited for this year. So, yeah, catch you guys in the next video.